Here's Johnny.
Oi oi, and welcome to another budget guitar show. Now, we're dealing with this guitar today. This is a Pango 015 Jazzmaster style guitar. Yes, this is not a kit build. This is one of the guitars that you can purchase from Pango themselves, ready-made, at around £268. Now, the reason why I have this guitar is because this actually did belong to somebody else. This guy had purchased it, and once he got it, he realised there was a number of issues with it which made it unplayable. We'll take a little look at it right now, just a precursory look, as you can see. Now, I do see that it has been taken apart before. As you can see, some of the screws here are not seated in correctly. That one there. The original problem that I was told about it was some of these frets were high and they were choking out, and some were not seated in correctly. If I get a close up there, sorry for the wavy camera, but a couple of them, yeah, we'll do something about those. But one thing that I did notice when I took it out of the box is this. Please excuse the camera work here, but the neck angle. Now, I definitely think this neck has been taken off before and has not been put in correctly. If I try and get a good profile of this, it does seem to be bowing back quite a lot. Well, he got in touch with Pango, and rather than having him send the guitar back to them, they would refund him, but if I got the guitar shipped to me, I could see if I could get it playing. Okay, so what were the major issues that the other owner of this guitar was complaining about? Well, right here, round about the 11th, 12th and 13th fret, the guitar seemed to be choking out, and he said there were a couple of high frets. He took it to a luthier guy that he knows, and that guy said it would be £120, £130 to do a complete fret takeout and redress. So I decided to have a look at that once I got it. Let's have a look at some footage of me seeing what the actual issue is there. First thing I'm going to do is to take the neck off and try and reseat it correctly and a bit more flush. Okay, so let's undo this now. Okay, let's take a look if I can swing it over. There is a shim in the neck right there, which is giving it an angle which really it doesn't need. So I'm going to remove that first off, and then I'm going to get the neck back on. Yep, now that neck fits much better and is straight. So that's the first job done. So I'm going to put the neck back on now. I've taken the shim out and put the neck back on, so I now have the neck completely straight. But as you can see right here, there is something wrong there. So I've decided to get some brass shims, which have just come from Amazon, and I'm going to totally raise the neck, and let's just see what that does. Putting two little shims in there seems to have solved the problem that you saw before, and I can see where the original buyer was saying about the frets. It appears to be just up here around the 8th to the 11th fret, and they do seem to be a tad high. So there's a few things we can do. I can take my sanding block and we can put some marker pen on those and file them back, and we can also try gently tapping them in with a hammer. And of course, as this is now my guitar, I can do this any way that I wish. So a little bit of a sanding block here, and I'm just going to and as I say, I am not an actual luthier of any kind. I'm just somebody who likes to learn on the job. So I've done that now. Let me get this tuned up to its note of A, and we will see if those notes are fretting out again. Yeah, it's just this one fret here, so I'm going to continue with that. Now, as you can probably tell right here, that the guitar at the moment has no whammy bar in the bridge system there. Well, that is because that also was defective, and I had to take it out. It literally was not staying put in the guitar, and every time you used it, it would fall into the guitar. So in order to get this into some kind of playable route, I've decided to just take it out for now. I can replace this bridge for about £21 with one exactly the same if I get that off Amazon, but do I really want to do it? Do I really need to do it? We'll see later. So as you saw in those clips there, that I carried on sanding and doing a bit to the frets just to try and get that deadening sound out. But then I realised what the actual issue was. It wasn't a couple of high frets. No. It was actually a couple of low frets. These frets, especially this one right here, were low. They had been tapped in way too far, which meant all of these needed some shaving down. Now, I'm not the best at fretwork, so I decided just to keep shaving them down until I got something that I was a little bit happier with. So let's plug her in and see if I've managed to correct any of the issues that this guitar had. Okay, before I plug it in, I'm going to go back up to those frets which were high where it was, or low where it was choking out. So let's see how those sound now. So acoustically, it's not sounding too bad, but that is at the expense of the action on the guitar, which, if you can see there, is really, really quite high for me. There you go. It's a little bit higher than I would like it to be, but if I wanted to get it to the action that's right for me, I would have to lower this bridge all the way down to its bottom, and then I would start to hear it choking out. So where I have it at the moment is where it's playable. Now let's plug her in. And there you have it, guys. I think I have made it as playable as I can, given the fact that I'm not an experienced luthier and this isn't the kind of thing that I normally do. My thoughts on this guitar, well, yes, I've not completely dressed the frets or anything like that. Basically, I don't think I'm going to be using this guitar very much, so it's only for me. It's not going to make much difference, really. The pickups, these are very, very sadly underpowered. They're not on a par with Pango pickups as I found them in the two kit builds that I have already done. These single coils, no, they're not for me. They're not for me. Even though the guitar does look very, very cool and very retro, but it's just not for me. And the bridge with the tremolo, yeah, I think I will replace that. I will buy one and stick it on this deal. But at the end of the day, this isn't a guitar I think I would be playing too much. I don't like the pickups. The issues, yes, while I have managed to sort them to a degree, it's not the kind of thing that I'm going to be playing. Now, one thing I must say is, if you decided to purchase one of these guitars because you like the look of it from Pango, you are probably not going to get the same issues that I have had with this. But at the end of the day, I paid, what, £25 to have this shipped to me. So I've already spent a fair bit on it, buying some tools that I needed and getting somebody to look at it. I'll buy that, and then it'll be a nice guitar to hang on the wall. Let me know your comments down below. Once again, thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, why not subscribe? There's loads more to come. Thank our budget backers, who are of course right here as always, and they really do help keep the show going. If you wish to become one, why not click that join button down below. I'll be seeing you very, very soon. So until then, stay safe, stay sane, keep rocking, and oi oi guys.